House of Horror. Enter at your own risk. Enter at your own risk. Enter at your own risk. This is FlicChic's House of Horror. Enter at your own risk.
Hey now. Y'all know how they say houses have memories. They remember shit, right? Well, some houses never forget. Welcome back to the Horror House, y'all. Are you happy to be here? Y'all all right? Hit the subscribe button and all that jazz. This evening, I've been pushing promo about the scariest haunted house movie you've ever seen. Well, I won't call The Haunting of Hill House the scariest haunted house movie I've ever seen because it's a series and it's awesome. This shit go. Straight out the gates. Episode 1 is called The Bent Neck Lady. I'm sorry. You said what? There's a bent neck lady in episode 1. Yes, that's exactly what I said. There's a bent neck lady in episode 1. She's so in episode 1 that they named episode 1 after her. And this is when, so the character's name is Nell. This is when Nell, and y'all getting spoilers. I hope y'all understand that. If you haven't seen The Haunting of Hill House, it is on Netflix. I do believe. I don't know where else it is, but it is a Netflix original. And I really feel like everybody needs to see it. Hi, Emily. What up, Oso? Have you seen The Haunting at Hill House? I know Emily has, or did you, Emily, we were talking last night. Did you finish it? You couldn't have finished it. There's no way you finished it. But we are going to talk. I need we to talk. I need all of us to talk. I need this to be a whole conversation about one of the best horror series I think I've ever seen, American made. Emily has not finished it. It's fine. Have you ever seen it though, Emily? Of course, I rewatched it for tonight, but I had already rewatched it like 4 times. So we started at the Bent Neck Lady.
Bent Neck Lady.
Bitch, what? The Bent Neck Lady. So that was little baby Nell Crane. Who has multiple siblings? Raise your hand. Don't worry. I'll wait. Because that was some, when I say some fuck ass shit, I'm so. Whew. Siblings, anyone. I am the oldest of 5. I didn't have any siblings until I was 5. I got my first one. Also, when I was 5, I was watching horror movies. I cannot imagine seeing one of the things on that TV standing at the foot of my bed at 5 years. Imagine being the youngest of 5. You and all of your siblings, your big brothers, your big sisters, Well, you have a twin at 5. That would have been cool to have a twin. But the youngest of 5, your parents flip houses. Well, they find this gargantuan estate that is Hill House to flip. When I tell you, who remembers them doing any work besides that one corner in the basement? Did they do any work on the house? What kind of, I know we didn't have time to flip a house. There was a lot going on, and there's 5 children. 5 children that they are gently parenting. No, sit y'all's asses down or go outside. It's a whole lot of outside y'all can go. Get out. We got work to do. 2 people flipping this house. You got me fucked up. You're moving into this huge new home, right? With all of your siblings. Emily says they were too obsessed about finding the key to the red door. We're getting there. That's a thing. Emily is foreshadowing my spoilers, but that is a thing. They found this room. We'll get there. Anyway, you move into this house, right? Y'all supposed to be there all summer long. Take y'all's asses outside. Go explore. Get to work, Steven. You're the oldest. Do something with yourself. The kids are not working. Let's focus on Nell, the baby. She wakes up and she sees this. She's screaming, her parents come. What's wrong? We don't see anything. Where was it? Right there. It was right there, like 3 feet away from me. It was right there. Traumatizing, emotional damage, if you will. Nell says, I want to get out of this room, right? So she goes downstairs, her parents with her, both of them. We're going to sleep on this really big, weird couch in the middle of the room. Okay, cool. She said she wanted to stay down there by herself. At 5, I think the fuck not. I don't think I'll be doing any of that. I'm coming to y'all's bed. I'm not going to be down here by my goddamn self. Are you high? Egypt said this is a good damn, it's a series. It's a good damn movie. We watched every last episode and it was like it was going to be season 2. Season 2 is Bly Manor. I'm not suggesting it, so you cannot blame me for your nightmares, ma'am, but they are safe here. I've always said that. So Nell said, I'm going to just sleep down here in case that bitch comes back. She didn't say that, but that bitch came back down here. She followed her. Imagine that hoe that was at the end of your bed, the foot of your bed right there, down there, looking at you with her head sideways. And now she's hanging over you. Get out of my face, lady. I will cut you. How me not play that? Why are you hanging over me? I would have died. Hill House would have had me fucked up. You know what? I'm going to be camping. I'm sleeping outside. I'm not sleeping in here. I'm not playing in here. Poor Nell, you goddamn Skippy. I don't care how big this house is. I want to go out. I want to go outside, even if it's raining. I don't want to be in here anymore. I'm scared. Emily says the only disappointing thing about this series was that it ended. Then you have to figure out what to do with the rest of your life. You watch it again. Duh. Poor Nell. Like, this is the beginning of your child, like the beginning of your life. And you're in this house day 1, night 1. You are terrified. nobody believes you. Poor little Nell. Poor little us. The show is very relatable and should be to most millennials and Gen Xers because we all went through trauma that we didn't know was trauma when it was so very traumatizing. Talked about this on Womanhood last night. I hope y'all over there subscribing to on the QLC network. Say yes. Amen. All right. Egypt says, but Theo was my girl. Wasn't she the lady that played in Hush? She's not the main character in Hush, no. Because Hush was a Spanish lady. Anyway, poor Nell, traumatized, very young age, right? I'm talking like tonight. I'm just talking about a handful of scenes that like really, they kind of sat with a bitch. All these years, God, that show was so good. The house, it held on to everything, right? Not just the Crane family. There were so many ghosts in the movie that you don't really even. I got y'all on a few of them. I couldn't get them all. Look at these motherfucking ghosts. Bam. Where'd she come from? Her, lady. Get your dead ass hand out of here. Who in the people under the stairs was that? Why are you here? And why do you look like old boy from Sinister? I'm over here like, they're just really creepy images. Creepy, but also really fucking beautiful. The show was like, it was visually stunning for me. Like the colors are pretty, the shots are pretty. I don't speak technical movie, I speak movie fan, if you hadn't really noticed yet. But the ghosts are literally just there for no fucking reason. They're not even hiding in the shadows or in the background. Mike Flanagan, you did that. I appreciate it as a horror fan. But I feel like once you see the ghosts, you'll never unsee them. And then you'll be looking for more. I know I'm going back looking for more. I will 100% rewatch it. Just for the ghosts. Emily says, Theo is her favorite too. I need some water. Egypt says, baby Scooter Google Theo. And she was the deaf lady in the movie Hush. Was she? Little Theo? It could have been. Anyway, tell me something. I thought Hush was a different. I'm thinking Push. My bad. Y'all and Google it right. And I am wrong. Emily says the guy that floated down the hall and came to see them in their beds. That meant we getting to him too. That's a Emily. We are here. He is on the list. Scooter said, yes, ma'am. You right, Scooter? Hey, Scooter. I'm glad that you watched this. I'm glad that I was able to introduce this to you. And to your mama, I'm kind of sorry about introducing you to this bullshit. So Emily has said something about the red door, and that's where we're moving to. The red door. Let's talk about the red door. They couldn't get in there. Everybody wanted a key. Well, they found somebody gave them the key. That other man that lives there. He gave them the key. Right, here's the key. This is what you've been looking for. They all got in there and they never fucking knew it. Nobody realizes that they are in this room alone, right? And everybody except that daddy, he's the only one who didn't go in the room. He had enough time in the room. Unless, like I said earlier, that basement was the basement, the dad's room. Is that because they didn't fix a motherfucking thing in, on, or around that house? They showed up in a station wagon. Where's the pickup? What kind? A station wagon full of kids. They brought in suitcases. There were not suitcases full of tools. Plain as clothing filled suitcases, clothes and toys. Baby, Olivia Crane had some of the baddest robes. And she had some blueprints and a pencil. What kind of flipping are we doing here? Is what I want to know. Yeah, I've been up all weekend long looking for ghosts. I think they looking for you, Egypt. The red door, like in Insidious. A little bit. It did give Insidious, but not all Insidious like things were going on in that moldy, disgusting room. Oh my god. I can't imagine. Ew. So the red rooms, Theo, it was her dance studio. Studio. Stephen had a game room. It was a whole tree house for poor Luke. Cheryl had, what did Cheryl have? She had a TV room. It was her little lounge, baby. And it was a playroom for Nell. The mama had a room in that bitch. It was her reading room. Everybody had a room. Welcome to the shit show, Bishop. Thank you for coming. You can leave. I'm not asking you to leave, but I'm talking up you. I know you see it. I know you see it. This looks crazy. It is. But it's so good. So the room became something for everybody individually. And now that I've thought about it, I think the flipping part of the house, that was at Daddy's room. But Stephen went in there. Anyway, the house is smart. It is studying people. I wonder if it studies them in the room. I feel like it studied them over the threshold, like right into the front entryway. That house was like, write this down. It turns your fears into baits. What kind of shit is that? Then there was the storm episode, and it's like a time lapse. So we're looking at the storm that's happening at Hill House in the past, and the storm that is happening at Cheryl's home / funeral home in the present. I said emotional damage earlier, baby. Y'all ain't ready. Emily says, I think the house was so big they could all be in different parts at the same time and have no idea what was going on anywhere else. Abso-fucking-lutely. The way I would have hid, as if I were Steven, because I am the oldest, I would have hid from everybody. I'm sick of these goddamn kids. They are loud, they are whiny, and they always want something. Gone somewhere. Please. Egypt said it was a beautiful house, though. Brandon said share the love. I thought I did. Egypt, can you help? You're in here. Brandon also said like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. He ain't lying. Egypt says, hey, friend. Where was I? Where were we? The emotional damage. They in there fighting, fussing. Lucky they wasn't in there tussling. I don't know. Do white families like actually put their hands on each other? Emily, go. I hate to single you out, but whatever. I love you. Did you fight your siblings? You have one. Poor Luke. Who said it? Poor fucking Luke. Luke got tied up, man. He got tied up. He got fucked up. He was fucked up. Are you growing up now? And you right on time because Luke's struggle is up next. Poor fucking look at this shit. What? AA today, and then you see the nigga when you grow up. Hey, bro, I'm gonna need you to leave me. Don't. Why you walking up on me though? Why are you so close to me? Luke dropped a tear. Get the fuck bag. Give me 50 feet. I need you to go to hell and stay there. Why are you following me? Why you all in my grill? I don't understand it the way that man was following him like that. The way she embalmed her shook me. Agreed. That didn't make the list. I'm sorry. And I know it's still fresh in your mind, Egypt. I didn't look at Hill House yesterday because I was sleepy and I had finished building the show already. Them kids was fighting as adults over some shit that their dad, who survived, their mother died in that house. But some shit their dad wouldn't talk about ever. Not to, just you probably don't want to talk about it. Yes, the fuck we do. We need to talk about it. Can we talk about that thing I remember that you wouldn't talk about then? Am I old enough? You know, we're told as children, we were told as children to stay in a child's place, right? You don't ask grown folks nothing about grown folks' business. And we knew what grown folks' business was. Don't you get involved in that. Not a grown folks conversation, not a grown folks piece of mail, not a grown folks table. You can't sit with us type shit, right? You don't get involved in that. Well, now we're grown. Can we talk about it? Oh, Daddy, you still relatable is all I'll say. So you remember the car scene? Does anybody remember the car scene? So who was it? It was Theo and Cheryl. They're driving, right? They driving and they argue. Two sisters in the motherfucking car over what they've seen, right? Who's sick of it? No. Shut the fuck up. Tell me I didn't see no goddamn ghost. I know you seen that. I know you saw it. There's no way you missed that. Cheryl. Get it together, Cheryl. We all saw it. God damn it. Everybody saw something. All of the Crane children felt choked at the moment of Nell's death. They couldn't breathe. No, it's not just a twin thing. Luke, it wasn't just you. Everybody woke up at 12:03. Who's sweating right now? I am. Mm-hmm. I got a fan over here, and I got a fan in my face. Can y'all hear the fan? I don't want y'all to hear the fan. But also don't want to sweat or melts. Poor Theo. Let's move on to Theo. Theo had something about her. She could feel everything through skin to skin, right? It carried over into her adulthood and her career. She saves children from pedophiles. Mm-hmm. Theo out here doing the Lord's work. Go pick this baby up. Because I touched the fucking couch. She didn't just touch the couch. She laid on it. She felt exactly what the baby who was laid on the couch felt. Oh my God. Emily said, did you notice that most of the kids also have counselor or counselor type jobs as adults? Stephen didn't. And what was Nell's job? We only saw Nell distressed. I only saw Luke strung out and trying to get his life together. Cheryl, that's two. Cheryl had a funeral home, so she is counseling a little bit. Theo was a counselor. Who am I missing? I'm missing a fifth one. No, I'm not. No, I didn't. So no, I didn't notice that. They all should have been therapists. Every last one of them. They should have been therapists in therapy. These poor babies, and their dad would never talk to them about it. Millennials, stand up. Are you okay? No. You are not alone. That mama. We watched her swan dive into what the fuck am I seeing? Do I need therapy? Am I okay? No. Oblivion. She had hopped up on top of her husband with a knife or some scissors to his neck and denied it. Baby, she needed several drinks. Poor Olivia. She jumped to her death. Poor Olivia. She jumped to her death, y'all. And she was like, I just need to wake up. Just wake me up. Wake me up before you go. No, Olivia, you got 5 kids. Well, we can wake them up too. Bitch, give me my children and we gonna get on down the road. Hugh wasn't having that. Get these kids away from this lady. He had to wake them up in the middle of the night. We are the fuck out of here. We're out of here. The other one kind of counseled. I think he was just venting. I think Stephen was just venting. He was trying to remember, but like Theo told his big dumb ass, big goofy ass, sir, you were asleep most of the time. How you gonna write a book about it? I guess it was just one night. But that night was so significant because all of these children were rushed out of the house and they saw their mama in the window. Where are we going and why are we leaving my mama here? Make this make sense. And Daddy, you ain't saying nothing. You have nothing to say. Emily says, mom definitely presented obvious signs of severe postpartum depression. Super untreated. She probably had a thyroid problem. She probably needed a hysterectomy. Nobody took a bath. Why did I notice that? She didn't even eat. I saw her consume wine, tea, and water. They never sat down and had family dinner. So weird. Who keeps letting her have more kids? Her husband? And her, she loved being a mom. As a mom, it sounds weird. But it's a thing. People love being parents out there. Next, for Olivia. She got right on up out of here. I felt really bad for the kids too, because like they never knew her. Like the little ones, they didn't have real memories. And their only real memories of her were horrible. Her death that some of them didn't witness. What type of shit is that going to turn into as an adult? Psychologist, Emily, any insight? Okay. I'll wait. But while I wait.
The next was Grandpa Groton, a-settin' by the fire. He came up close behind him and strangled him with wire.
So, the Haunting of Hill House, them ghosts are in your face. We're not talking apparition ghosts. We are talking conversational ghosts. This bitch is flirting with me. Get out my face. I'm married. I have a wife, and she's actually standing right behind you, bitch. My wife love me. His wife, Olivia, a ride or die. Hugh, a ride or die. He never married again. I like that in you, Hugh. Speaking of Hugh, poor Hugh. Hugh was such a good man who loved his wife so bad and loved his children, all of them. All of them. He had to tell them individually and as a collective group of humans he created about the others individually, things that they may not have realized as children, which carry over into their adulthood. And here's something you don't know or may have forgotten about your sibling that you don't like. It might change your view on that sibling. When you don't know somebody, right? How do you form an opinion? You form the opinion based off your memories, your experiences, how they made you feel, or how the experience made you feel, right? They remember their mother in the window and their dad leaving. And they all in there crying. It's not slinging. No explanation. Emily said, you get very numb to everything that should affect you. Thank you. Thank you. She said it. She's a psychologist. Egypt said, baby, the wife showed up like, no, ma'am, give me my kids. I'm going to wake them up and I can have them forever. He said, no, bitch, stupid. The kids are dying right now. She had them locked in that red room. It was locked up. But Hugh, in the end, he sacrificed himself for his children because she was finna keep they asses in there. There were so many ghosts. So many ghosts. Like now I want to go back and rewatch every episode, maybe twice, to see if I missed any ghosts. I could also ask Google, but that's no fucking fun. Hugh had to say goodbye. It's so hard to say goodbye to all of them kids. He reverted back to his old self. And he went in that red room with his wife and his now dead baby. Oh, I can't. I hope I outlive my children. I take that back. I do not want to outlive my children. I don't want to have to bury a child. Are you listening to me out there? Up there? Please. I cannot imagine. No, thank you. Just drink the Kool-Aid, baby. Just drink. She was gonna murder all of them kids. One of them was already dead and she didn't know it. I feel like Abigail was already dead. Already, right? Abigail was already up out of here. And then she re-died. That was so weird. Hill House. Just there. Waiting. Look how big that bitch is. That's a huge bitch. Look at all of them motherfucking ghosts. What? I'm sorry? Why? There live go. Going to kill the babies. Hugh said, where them kids at? How did he find them so fast? All of that house, he went straight to the red room. Hugh was like a hound dog. Egypt says, yeah, because she was the girl in the woods. Listen. And Abigail, right? She was in the, but they lived over there. I don't know if she was already. Her mama did say she was not in her bed. So the baby was the one that was already dead, and Abigail was a real girl. We got through that. I related to Hill House almost on a molecular level. Because like Hill House, I feel like it relates to real life. There are so many relationships in this that are covered and traumatizing. You know what I mean? Like, you're watching your parents who are supposedly doing this thing, right? But your mother is losing her shit and you're watching that. That's scary. Emily says it was weird. For some reason, the Red Room scene reminded me of a Shakespeare play. The whole house is very Shakespearean. Inside and out. Who built this? Is this a Winchester? It's giving Winchester, because why is there all this house? Who needs this much house? Even 7 people don't need this much house. 5 greedy ass kids don't need this much house. Why? What is the purpose? I don't. Anyway, Hill House, the house, the show, the house. It was filmed dark. I did lighten up a few scenes just for effect, so y'all can see it in case you've never seen it. Right? Hill House, undefeated, baby. It just went to sleep. It is waiting on the next family to fucking exploit. The house is not just haunt, it hunts. It hunts. A hunting house. I'm sorry, what? But again, like I said before, Mike Flanagan, you did that. I loved it. Did y'all love Hill House? A Haunting at Hill House? The Haunting at Hill House. Hill House knows you. That's why that bitch is scary. It knows you. And then once it knows you, you may never escape it. Can you imagine being stuck anywhere? Now you stuck in a house, bitch? Emily said the dumbwaiter scene just saw last night. So I don't have that scene, but I have that scene, right? So the scene Emily is talking about, Dumb little Luke is in the dumbwaiter in the kitchen. Theo, who is coming to get something to drink, sees him in the dumbwaiter. He's in there hiding, right? Oh my God. He says, I'm trying to go down. Theo says, let me help you go down. Y'all are both idiots. Why do you want to go down into the dark, Theo? Why do you want to send your brother down into the dark, Theo? The little baby brother. You're so silly. Girl, you touched that button. You should have felt something down there for a come up and got trapped in the house. The poor kids. Poor Luke. He saw that monster creeping, like army crawling across the nasty ass floor. Baby, I could have never. This is the house that is waiting for somebody. Your nightmares ain't safe in that bitch. Your nightmares are safe here with me. FlicChic's Horror House. Thanks for watching this evening. I'm glad I kept it under an hour. You're welcome. Y'all have a lovely Thursday, and I'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
This is FlicChic's House of Horror. Enter at your own risk.